If you're feeling exhausted right now, the answer is not to push yourself harder. It's not about laziness. It's not about lack of discipline or motivation or lack of willpower. Fatigue is rarely about willpower and motivation. It's far more about balance and recovery. So following on from the festive season, the school holiday break, eating, drinking, and perhaps even excessive lifestyle behaviour, your nervous system and your blood sugar stability are unwinding from sustained stress. Not just emotional, physical stress, but a biochemical stress that's been accumulating quietly inside of you for a long time. When the body does not feel safe, we notice and we feel our motivation drop, our focus drop, our energy levels drop. So if you're trying to push harder, be stricter or more demanding of yourself and nothing is improving, that does not mean you're failing or you're lazy. It means that the force that's being placed in your body is delaying any recovery. When energy is low, the answer is not force, the answer is support. I'm Jodie Studley, naturopath, metabolic balance practitioner and emotional dynamics coach, and I help you balance your hormones for effective weight loss, abundant energy and feeling fabulous in your body. Follow me here for more, because this conversation is about to go much deeper than simply having more rest or a forceful mindset. So let's slow down for a moment and speak about what exhaustion actually represents. Fatigue, exhaustion, really low energy. It's not a random thing that happens just because you've been busy. It's not a personality trait of being lazy or having poor willpower. It's information from your physical body to you. Now, most people are taught to interpret low energy as a behavioural issue. We're told to sleep more, try harder, be more disciplined, improve your habits. However, energy is a biological process before it is ever a mindset issue. Your organic physical body requires cellular energy and your energy created in your cells. It's needed to run every system in your entire body. Your brains, your muscles, your heart, your lungs, your liver, your kidneys, your hormones, your detoxification pathways, your immune system, your mood regulation, metabolism. They all depend on this cellular energy, the energy that our body creates at the cellular level. It's beautiful. We're beautifully designed to do this, to be alive. And here's a crucial point that's consistently overlooked, that chronic stress in your external environment and your internal environment consumes a lot of nutrients. Stress is not only an emotional experience, it's a biological demand placed on your body, and you're feeling it. Each time your body experiences stress, it draws on these nutrient reserves to maintain survival and body functions. The magnesiums, the B vitamins, the zinc, the C, the amino acids, the electrolytes, they're all utilized at a higher rate when you're under stress. That's right. These nutrients, they're not optional parts of our nutrition. They are the very raw materials required by your mitochondria to produce energy. Your mitochondria are the energy factories inside your cells. And when stress becomes chronic, meaning longer than 3 months, rather than acute, meaning short term, your body actually begins borrowing these nutrient resources that are there for future use to be able to cope with your present stress right here, right now. And eventually the cost of that nutritional loan, it becomes apparent in your energy levels. And this is when people say they feel flat, unmotivated, foggy in the head, or constantly tired, despite doing all the things right. This is not laziness, it's not lack of motivation or willpower, it's depletion. Here's another layer that needs to be clearly understood, that not all stress is psychological stress. Emotional stress plays a role, yes it does, but so too does blood sugar instability, inflammation, gut dysfunction, poor sleep quality, excessive caffeine intake, under-eating and overeating, the outdated concept of calories in and calories out. Let's move on from that one. Constant decision-making and long periods of metabolic strain on the body. Your body does not categorize stress in the same way that your mind does. Stress is stress, regardless of whether you're consciously aware and thinking about it or not. When your stress hormones remain elevated over time, your nervous system stays in this protective state. Like the switch is in the on position of fight and flight all the time, whether you're consciously aware of the stress or not. That's right. And this has significant consequences on your overall health and your energy levels. Motivation is not generated when the nervous system feels unsafe. So when your body's in this state of perceived threat, this is like a hypervigilant nervous system state, it will naturally conserve energy and so drag down your energy levels. Your motivation and drive decreases, your excitement, your enthusiasm fades, and your ability to focus, it sort of narrows. This is not a conscious act of self-sabotage, or it's a natural physiological survival strategy. So when someone says to me they can't bring themselves to do what they know they should be doing, that doesn't come from a lack of desire. It's a signal that your body does not have the physical internal resources available to meet additional demands of the stress on your body. So listen here, because this is where a lot of well-intentioned advice can actually become quite harmful to you. Simply pushing harder and doing more to push through, it delays your recovery. Forcing early mornings, pushing yourself to do more exercise, restricting food to be good, relying on caffeine to function longer, ignoring hunger cues, or treating exhaustion as a moral failure, all communicate the same message to your body. Remember, the body does not distinguish between a real stress or a perceived stress, a thought stress. The message is the same, that it's not safe to slow down. So in response, the nervous system, what it does is it tightens up even further. Inflammation remains elevated, blood sugar levels become more reactive, sleep becomes lighter and less restorative, energy production remains compromised. And this is why we feel heavy for so many people. The calendar may signal a fresh start, a fresh year, month, week, day, but the body is still carrying the physiological load of the previous year. Months of deadlines, responsibilities, emotional labour, disrupted routines, sleep debt, and metabolic stress do not reset simply because the calendar changed. If you're feeling fatigued, exhausted, or low in energy, your body has not caught up yet. And instead of listening, many people attempt to override this signal, the messages from the body, and it doesn't work because you stay feeling depleted. You know this. Your body is your best friend. It's constantly communicating, adapting, and protecting you. Fatigue is not the enemy, it's the message from you to you. And most often this message is a cry for support rather than for more pressure. So here's today's reframe that matters. Energy is rebuilt through your balanced metabolism. It's not forced through more pressure. Rebuilding energy, it requires attention to the fluctuating blood sugar levels, the stability, adequate personalised nutrition, reducing inflammatory load, nervous system safety, and self-trust between you and your body. Because when the body feels supported, motivation returns naturally. It doesn't need to be chased down or consciously manufactured. Your natural drive is a byproduct of safety and of fuel. And this is why personalised support is so important, because not all healthy behaviours are healthy for everyone in every season. The science may sound complex, but the actions become simple once it's personalised to you and your life. You're not broken. You simply need the right support. Now is the best time to change your approach, because delay doesn't do that. Demanding more of yourself doesn't do that. But responding to what your body is actually asking for, that does. This is why I support my clients in the 3 aspects of health, being the head, the heart, and the hand. The physical, the practical, and the psychological. Because when the body receives what it needs, it responds beautifully. Cherish yourself. You deserve it.